Welcome to the Filmmaker Showcase. This is our first official show for WebTV at LaGuardia Community College. This is your host, Riley. Today we're speaking with Gary Alvarez and Raymond Chuk about their new film, Aftermath. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Great, great. Thank you for coming through and to speak to us about your film.
Of course, anytime.
All right. So tell me about the film, a little bit about the film.
The film takes place, it's a post-apocalyptic world. The event that just happened was called the Rapture. For those who don't know, it's an event where the apocalypse happens and the people would be lifted up into heaven, but for those who don't get in, they get left behind. And so this story is a story of a man who's been left behind, and he's been by himself for years now, and now he's just trying to co-op the rest of his life, finding out what to do. But throughout the movie, he actually discovers someone, and he finds out he's not alone, and he doesn't know exactly how to handle it.
Wow, that's great. I screened the movie. It was a great film, actually. It was a great film. So who came up with the idea, the basic idea?
Ray, he was the script writer, so he came up with the idea for the film, and so it was really good. It was good.
Okay, all right.
He's a really talented guy at script writing.
Yeah, the story was very strong. You know, it's not big on dialogue, but the story is being told very strongly. Is this the first film that you've been involved with or worked on?
No, it wasn't. It's not. I kind of have my own little grouping of what is like a short film, because I've done like little skits here and there, but for actual lengthy film as like 10 to 15 minutes, the way this one is, this is actually. I've only done a few that were kind of like lengthy films, but other than that, I've done a couple shorts. But this isn't my first one.
Okay, cool. So what was your main job on the set?
I'm the director of photography. For those who might not know, the director of photography, it's kind of the person who sets up the camera, who's in charge. I guess they pick what angle or what's best for the shot or what's a good look for it.
Okay, cool.
And also, I guess the co-editor as well.
Oh, co-editor. Okay, yeah, it was very well edited. You know, it was the sound effects, and it was just great all around. To me, it was very good film. So was that the only thing that you really did on the set? Was just the DPing or?
Oh no, well me.
Yeah.
I guess the DP. I guess I helped out with a little bit of everything else, but the main thing was director of photography.
Okay, well, you brought a clip, a little montage of everything that the movie has to offer. Not everything, but a strong indication.
Just short bits of it.
Yeah. So we should take a look at it.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Update number 1, October 23rd, 2000.
Is it?
Nothing. Please let me go.
Shut up.
They found me. Sorry, Scott. I couldn't keep my promise. I'm sorry.
We're sitting here with Raymond Chuk, who is the writer, director, and also the star of Aftermath. Thanks for being here, Raymond.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so how did you come up with this whole Aftermath concept?
Well, I'm Christian. That's my religion. So I always, like in church, I always been taught, like what will happen if you weren't Christian or whatever. So it being that I have an active imagination, I would always wonder what would happen to those people that, didn't, if it was to come true, if those people were to be left behind, how would they live out their lives? How would the world be? So it's an idea that's been in my head for quite a while.
Oh, okay. So you've been thinking about this idea for a while. So how long is a while?
How long is a while? Well, I would say about maybe 6, 7 years.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So how long? So you've been working on the script itself for 7 years?
No. Well, the idea has always been in the back of my head, but I always thought of it. I always wanted it to be a bigger production. But since I've been taking video production, HUC 240.
Oh, that's video production 1 at LaGuardia Community
Yes,
College.
at LaGuardia.
Very important class. A lot of people.
Very
people
good
should,
class too. It taught me a lot about filmmaking.
Yeah.
But I mean, it might sound bad, but it took that pressure of us having to develop a script and shoot it for me to actually sit down and write it. And that's what.
Yeah, well, usually pressure, and it makes you do things that you didn't think of doing in the first time. It's called, it's really good. So let's talk about the main characters, which are Lucia and Alex, right? That's the 2 main characters. Their relationship is really kind of a weird one. Can you elaborate a little on that?
Well, Alex is basically Alex is a person that was left behind during the rapture, and basically my idea was that after the rapture happened, God left Earth, right? So basically that gave the devil free reign over Earth, so that he started conquering. And Alex was part of the resistance army that fought against the devil. So, but his people got captured, obviously.
Right.
So he managed to escape, and he basically hid himself from the devil's army for 6 years.
Wow.
Right. So he's been alone for 6 years, and Lucia is a character. Basically, I wanted her past to be kind of shrouded in mystery. You don't know if she's good or bad, and Alex just happened one day save her from the streets. She was just on the street, so I wanted to develop this there's tension between them. A man who's been alone for 6 years, he'll have a lot of social problems. He'll have a lot of maybe sexual tension. He'll have a lot of he's really paranoid because he doesn't really trust her. So I wanted to build that tension between the 2 characters.
Okay, all right. Well, we have a clip of that tension that you're speaking of. I think we should go to it, and we come back and we talk a little more.
Sure.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
What is that?
Nothing, it's just a scar.
No, show me. What is it?
Nothing.
What is it?
Nothing.
Who are you? Who are you?
That was very intensive. So who choreographed the stunt work in that?
Well, in video production, the class, the professor put us into a team.
Okay.
Right. The team consisted of me, consisted of Gary, who you saw before, and consisted of Yami, and basically we came up with the choreographs ourselves.
Okay. And it looked real. I looked at your face like, dude, you okay? But I do appreciate you coming in, speaking about your film. You're definitely going to enter it into the Thompson Avenue Film Festival, right?
Definitely.
And that's another important thing that the people at LaGuardia should take advantage of is not only Film Production 1, but also the Thompson Avenue Film Festival. And it's really good for us students to express ourselves creatively.
Right.
And like I said, thanks again for coming through.
Thank you for having
me.
me.
And hopefully we'll see great things from you in the future.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, this has been Filmmaker Showcase with Riley. If you're interested in producing your own web TV show, stop by room 121 for more details. Again, I would like to thank our guests Gary Alvarez and Raymond Chuk. And until next time, be creative and be well.